Hey, YouTube investors. I know most of you guys that probably are looking at this channel might be like seasoned pros and, maybe have been investing for a long time. I also want to, talk to you guys, but at the same time, I would like to help totally new people that don't know anything about stocks or investing. What I want to talk today is about the PE ratio. And the historical average has been 15 has been the average, and the S&P 500 is at 20 right now. So it's it's a little expensive. When you're looking at companies, like here's Walmart, for example, the PE ratio is 35. Now you can't always go by this, but just a rule of thumb, just take the inverse of that, and it's probably going to be somewhere around a little less than 3%, which isn't very good. Bank of America is under 10. The P ratio is 8.75. Another thing that this tells me is to buy one share of Walmart costs you 150 bucks, 51.64. And the last day it traded, it went up 70 cents or whatever. So if you owned one share, you made 70 cents, which is always good to be making money. But basically, for every $35.53 that you spend today, you can expect $1 1 year later. So, So 1 year later, you can expect $1. Now, to me, that's not good. That is not good at all. If you look at Bank of America, and I'm not recommending to buy Walmart, I'm not recommending to buy Bank of America. You buy what you want to buy, and buy what you know. 8.75. So for every $8.75 that you spend today, 1 year later, you can expect to earn $1. So, and not only that, but it would take you basically at least 8 years, maybe longer, to recoup your money. Year one you'd make $1, year two you'd make $1, year three, year four, year five, but you're also getting dividends, so you can buy more shares over time, and that speeds up the process somewhat. But basically, in 8 or 9 years, you would pay you get your money back from your initial investment, and then let's say you hold Bank of America for 40 years, so you get your money back with your initial investment within the first 10 years, and then you got 30 years of profit. Let me give you another example, and I don't know if this is simpler or not. Let's say 20 years ago, you bought a house for $200,000 and you rented it out. This is your second home. You rented it out for $20,000 a year. So the P ratio, the price to earnings ratio, would be 10. And the inverse of that is 0.1 times 100 to get the percentage, which is 10%. So in 10 years, your house is paid off, and in year 11, you're profiting $20,000. Year 12, you're profiting $20,000. And then next thing you know, maybe the land value goes up. You know, so this is real estate, but the same principle is involved in stocks too. Now, you might say, well, why don't you just buy all the low PE stocks? Well, Warren Buffett's advice is to buy great businesses at a fair price. So, to me, in this, if you can buy a company somewhere around the PE of maybe that's a fair price. Now, I hate to beat up on Tesla because my sister was an early investor in Tesla, loves Tesla, has Tesla stock, has Tesla car. The P ratio of Tesla is 46. So to me, it would take you 46 years to get your initial money back. And the earnings per share is $3.48 per year. So to simplify that, for every $46.24 you invest today, 1 year later you can expect to earn $1. 46.24. 46.24 to earn $1. Now, that sucks. I want to pay $2 to earn $1. I want to pay $3 to earn $1. I don't want to pay. I want to pay $10 to earn $1 next year. I don't want to be paying 20, 30, 40, 50 times earnings to do that. But the lower PE companies, a lot of them are they're not the greatest companies. Some of them are even losing money. Some of them have a lot of bad news. Maybe some of them are on the verge of bankruptcy. Maybe they had something catastrophic happen, like what happened in California a couple years ago with the wildfires. When I don't know, I'm kind of getting off track here, but anyway, the point I'm making is it's better to buy a lower PE normally than a high PE. And the reason why PEs are high, I forgot the saying, but it's like a bird in the hand You got a bird in your hand. But then over here is a bush. And we don't know how many birds are in the bush. Are there 2 birds? Are there 3 birds? Are there 10 birds? Are there no birds? I mean, and we just want, and how long, to get those birds out, and how sure are we? I mean, let's just use Google for example. I mean, Google has usually had a high PE ratio, but they usually double their earnings every year. So, say first year the company is negative $500 million every year. Year 2 maybe they're negative 200 million. Maybe in year 3, they're break even. In year 4, maybe they start making money. And sometimes, maybe by year 10, maybe they're making $1 billion a year or $1 trillion a year profit. So this is the fun part of the game, is you don't know, if you buy a company for $1, maybe one day it'll be an Amazon or a Google, or it might just go to zero and you might just lose that $1. But this is what makes good investors. You got to figure out, hey, I got $1. I got $1 in my hand, but I can turn that $1 into $5, or I can turn that $1 into $10. I don't want to be paying $50 to earn $1. That's horrible. I don't want to be buying things with PEs that are in the 50s or in the 30s or in the 20s. I want to get my money back quickly. And I mean, if you had let's just say, for example, of 2, well, what's the inverse of that? It's 50%. So, but like I said, it's not always, these aren't the great companies, because the great companies have the higher PEs, they're going to be they're going to be up there, because everybody wants them, and because they know they're great companies. But I would caution you against just buying whatever, because a lot of people, they might, I'm just going to buy Walmart, but they don't know, is it cheap? Or expensive? Thank you for listening.